Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sons, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
57, Mike, 57. Watch the curl, watch the curls. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go. Kill. Check.
On third down, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Set. And read. Set the mic. Hey, here I come. Kill.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Check it.
On second down, it's Hill. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
57 to Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Max, box. Mike. Delta. 56. Mike's 56. Come on. Hey.
Now it's Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Completes it to Davis. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Set, hut, go to base. 57. It's our time. It's our time. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go, set, 15, line, 15 line.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to Mixon on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 3. He's got Green. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
On the double.
My 40, my 40. Watch twist.
Big grip.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Ready.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You see me? They can't stop
The Bengals bring out their punter now. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
56 is Mike.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On second down, Hill. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 42.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All day. All day. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. Ready? Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hey, take your socks off back to home. Socks off back to home.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Eckler. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go, D. All day, D.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He completes it to Boyd. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result.
And he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
57's to Mike. 57's to Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson rolling to his right, and this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check three, check three, check three.
Here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to air one out. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They're going to look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Keep it up, go on. Keep it up, guys. 57's over. 57.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Let it roll. Yes. 57. Mike 57. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
3 down. 3 down. Echo. Mike 35. Mike 35. Here we go. 35's the mic. I got it. Mike 35. Mike 35.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
That's it.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. This will be caught by Brown. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready up.
Mike.
Go.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Yep.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come.
2nd and 13. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now! Go! Mike's 47.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw, escaping the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
56. Here it comes.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Shift! Go!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Any day. Mike 35. Let's go, baby. We turn over. Get that ball. Turn up. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check 4.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Here we go. 6 yards. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Bounce. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Hatch it. X3. Check.
Jackson, option right. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go. Not a look. Hey. 35's the max.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
70, Indy. So don't say nothing.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. On second down, it's Hill. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Clayton Fedulum there on the stop.
Brings up third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Jackson on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
31's the mic. Stop your whining. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Weak.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Let's get. Now watch one. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Check. Mike's 57's mic. Hey, defense, let's go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. That's right, baby.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Hey, check Mike 57. Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson options out left. And now he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, box truck. Ready?
2nd and 10. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return comes Cobb. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mullins now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
57, Mike 57. Hey, I'm coming. Check. Switch.
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Jackson, options out left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Yeah, I got you. Mike 35. Time to go, night. 35's the Mike. I got him. Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. The 40, the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He's back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. Come on. Tight end right.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Marr is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This from 52 and this for the win. And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Come on, fellas.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cincinnati, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer.